Good day, it is June the 20th, and today we continue in Judges 9, doing verses 66 to 49, and there's more to come, and Proverbs 20. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, or whatever, reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Begin Judges 9, starting at verse 46. When the leading citizens who lived in the tower of Shechem heard about what happened, they ran and hid in the temple of Baal Berith. 47. Someone reported to Abimelech that the citizens had gathered in the temple. 48. So he led his forces to Mount Zalmon. He took an axe and chopped some branches from a tree. Then he put them on his shoulder and said, "Quick, do as I said. Do as I have done," he told his men. And 49. So each of them cut down some branches, following Abimelech's example. So they piled the branches against the walls of the temple and set them on fire. So all the people who lived in the tower of Shechem, about 1,000 men and women. Okay, Shechem is mad at the town. They rebelled. Okay, verse 46. When the leading citizens who lived in the tower of Shechem heard what happened, they ran and hid in the temple of Baal Berith. At the tower to the temple, safety of their god, they went. It's probably underground. So they ran from the tower to the temple, and they thought it was safe. 47. Someone reported to Abimelech that the citizens had gathered in the temple. Some tattletale. 48. So he led his forces to Mount Zalmon. He took an axe and chopped some branches from a tree and then put them on his shoulder. "Quick, do as I have done," he told his men. He set an example. He says, "Look, here's what we got to do. Let's get some branches, huh?" They probably figured out what he's going to do with them branches, but you know, they may have been right, they may have been wrong. So each of them cut down some branches, following Abimelech's example. Then they piled the branches against the walls of the temple. Remember, it's probably underground, or at least partially underground, and set them on fire. So all the people who lived in the tower of Shechem died, about 1,000 men and women. These are the ones that lived in the tower, not necessarily the whole town, just the tower. It was a safe place, so they thought. And they were burnt. Proverbs 20. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is riotous, and whosoever reeleth thereby is not wise. See, the Bible does not forbid drinking. It does frown on, it does say don't get drunk, and in another place it says, maybe it's not the best thing, but it does not forbid drinking. In one place he even told them when they're making their one of their annual pilgrimages to the place where the temple is, to bring, if they're bringing money, because they can't bring the animals that far for sacrifice, buy some strong drink, but don't get drunk. 2. The terror of the king is as a roaring lion. He that provoketh him to anger forfeiteth his life. Yeah, don't get your boss mad at you. 3. It is honor for a man to keep aloof from strife, but every fool will be snarling. You don't have to get into every fight you're invited to. And definitely don't get into fights you're not invited to. 4. The sluggard will not plow when the winter setteth in. Therefore he will beg in the harvest and have nothing. If you don't plow, you can't plant. If you don't plant, you don't have a crop. If you don't have a crop, you won't have a harvest. If you don't have a harvest, you won't have anything. And they plow in the winter there because that's when the ground is softest. 5. Counsel in the heart of a man is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. 6. Most men will proclaim their own goodness, but a faithful man who can find? Everyone will brag on themselves. Let us find one who's faithful. 7. He that walketh in integrity is a just man. Happy are his children after him. 8. The king that sitteth on the throne of judgment scattereth away all evil with his eyes. 9. Who can say, I have made my heart clean, I am pure from my sin? No one. Only God can cleanse sin. 10. Diverse weights and diverse measures, both of them are like an abomination to Yahweh. God hates cheating and deceiving. 11. Even a child is known by his doings, whether his work be pure and whether it be right. 12. The hearing ear and the seeing eye, Yahweh has made even both of them. Whatever talents you have, whatever abilities you have, whatever thoughts, and whatever you have, even, the ability to work, provide for your family, play, have fun, have a house, God has given them all to you. So don't say, I did it. No, you didn't. God gave you the things to do it with. 13. Love not sleep, lest thou come to poverty, and open thine eyes, thou shalt have bread in plenty. In other words, get up and get to work. 14. It is bad, says the buyer. But when he has gone on his way, then he boasteth. He's lying to get a good deal. So I say, oh, look at that scratch. I can't pay $5 for it, I'll only pay $1. And then when he gets out, he says, look, I got this for $1 and it's worth 30. 15. There is gold and a multitude of rubies, but the lips of knowledge are his precious jewel. Material wealth is nice, but knowledge and wisdom and discerning cannot be taken away, cannot be lost, cannot be destroyed, and it can't be used up. 16. Take his garment for surety that is surety for a stranger. Hold him in pledge that is surety for an alien woman. In other words, someone wants you to do something for someone else that you don't know. Get collateral from the person asking. 17. Bread of falsehood is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel. 18. Every purpose is established by counsel, and with good advice carry on, or get advice. Listen to it. Don't have to take it, but listen and weigh the options. 19. He that goeth about as a talebearer revealeth secrets. Therefore meddle not with him that open wide his lips. A gossiper will tell anything to anyone. Remember, just whatever he's telling you about someone else, he's telling those people about you, what you do. 20. Whoso curseth his father or mother, his lamp shall be put out in the blackest darkness. Honor your parents. 21. A state may be gotten hastily at the beginning, but the end thereof shall not be blessed. 22. Say not thou, I will requite evil. Wait for Yahweh, and he will save thee. Do not take personal vengeance. This doesn't mean you don't file police reports or anything like that. Let the proper people know, but don't take personal vengeance. 23. Diverse weights are an abomination to Yahweh, and false balance is not good. 24. Man's goings are of Yahweh's. How can the man look to his way? 25. It is a snare for a man to rashly say, holy, and after vows make inquiry. It's like you're trying to bribe God. 26. A wise king sifteth the wicked, and turneth the wheel over them. 27. The spirit of man is a lamp of Yahweh. That's your conscience. Searching all the inward parts. Yeah, he's looking at what you really want. 28. Mercy and truth preserve the king, and his throne is upheld by mercy. 29. The glory of young man is their strength, and the beauty of old men is their hoary head. And 30. Sharp swords cleanse away evil, so do stripes reach the inward parts. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whatever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.